check one, check two. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the program. How you doing? And you see the fascinating story of the late great Jon Bon Jovi. You remember the rock star Jon Bon Jovi? Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a... You remember that guy, living on a prayer? Jon Bon Jovi did an amazing thing. Right? He was shooting a video on a bridge in Nashville, and appears out of nowhere a bridge jumper, jumping off the Nashville Bridge that's named after a jumper, someone who jumped off the bridge. They named the bridge after someone who jumped off the bridge. But anyway, fascinating, right? Jon Bon Jovi, crises management expert, now former rock star. I think he owns a sports team as well. What a video. He walks out there. We'll check out that video. Also, the polls, the election polls, if you've been living in a closet, or you haven't come out of your house or turned on anything electronic lately, we're having an election, November 4 or 5, whatever it is, first Tuesday in November. And it looks like the polls are, I'll be honest, it's too close to call. If we're going to rely on the polls as a measure of what people are thinking, right? Is it a true measure? To some degree it is. It has a margin of error, but the polls from Real Clear Politics, the aggregated polls, when you tally all of them together and you mix them and match them, it looks like it's a dead fucking heat. Dead tie, right? How did that happen, right? How did the Democrats tie the great late President Donald Trump with a late minute game switcheroo from Biden to Harris? Everybody thought that would be a flop, and it turns out that Kamala Harris is actually appealing to more than half of the people, or at least half of the population. People look at her and they don't cringe. People look at her and they don't think she's stupid anymore. People look at her and don't think that she's going to censor them. People look at her, and on and on and on. People are more comfortable with Kamala Harris president. And the fact that she talked out of her nose like this. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for... we got to deal with 4 years of nose talk and, hiding. But the polls are the polls, right? Opinions aside, it does look like the polls are tightening. There's one other story. What else are we talking about here? I forgot. And Elon Musk. You remember NASA? You remember the great NASA, the people that put together moon landings and space shots and such? Well, those are almost days of the past, because now we live in the age of billionaires, where there are pedestrians and civilians that have more money than fucking NASA. Right? Guys like Elon Musk. And so Elon Musk, there is a race right now to make space travel pedestrian, right? Meaning that anybody can do it. You don't have to be an astronaut. Design the equipment where all I got to do is get in the fucking suit and get on the plane, right? All I want to do is sit in the chair and go. Right? I don't need to. Don't tell me about push this knob, push that knob. Right? I just need to. So there's a pedestrian space fucking shot right now, and they're up there in space. There's 4 people up there in space for 5 days, all on the coin of Elon Musk and his donor. One of the guys in the fucking capsule paid for the whole thing. I think his name is Ackerman or something. We'll look at this story. But it is, do you ever dream of going to space? Well, those dreams are coming close to being reality. A lot of people No one, very, very few people could either afford it and or be on that A-list to be picked to be one of those pedestrians on the aircraft. But it seems like it's that's changing fastly. And that someday we might have a 747 type size fucking craft that, circles around the moon just for shits and giggles, right? And you get out and you walk and you jump around a little bit in your spacesuit. It's coming. Thank you, Elon Musk, for the technology. And thank you, humans, for the push. It doesn't sadden me that the United States or some other government isn't leading the charge in space travel. It is interesting that private enterprise is leading space. And the great Elon Musk, who's better to do it? Mr. Free Speech, Mr. Twitter. Elon Musk. We love Elon Musk. He's a good dude. So good morning, everybody. Welcome. Weevil Girls here. How are you? The trusted wrenches are here. Sedento. What's up, Sedento? Born Vicarious. Is he Hare Krishna, Sedento? Thank you. What else we got? Yeah, everybody else. And everybody else is lurking. I know. No, a lot of people don't like to chat and or they like to lurk. They like to watch. They like to watch this reporter most of the time make a jackass out of himself. And or just explore the current events. And some people are banned. I understand that they're getting cut off YouTube where you're not allowed to speak. It's shocking, right? That's still going on. Right? I went through that period on YouTube. I might go through that period again. It's really not in my control. Right? I say whatever I want, and fortunately, we're still here. Right? I have to be here, so at least you guys can be here. Right? And I'm the ringleader. So space is all bullshit. So, but he says space is bullshit. It's not real. There's no space, motherfucker. Excuse me. It's all full of something. You go out into space, it's not really space. It's full of something. Excuse me. I didn't mean to blow my nose in your face. Blow my nose in your ear. That probably hurt if you were listening to it. So, I just want to make sure we're fucking doing this right. Sometimes, you don't even know what you're doing, right? When it comes to all this electronics and buttons, and I do the same thing every day, but I get you can even doing the same thing every day, you can mess it up. So that's my thumbnail. There it is. There's the photo of and there's a video attached to it. It's a lift from a photo from the video, and there's the great Jon Bon Jovi living on a prayer in Nashville, where he has a bar. And he's leaning over the rail, talking, smiling, before the police and rescue teams arrive and mess everything up. And the lady jumps because she doesn't want to get dragged off to jail. Jon Bon Jovi is talking to her. It's like, hey, man, I can get you some front row seats to my concert, and you can come into the back and and do some coke and get down with some of the fellas. Well, that's the old days. Excuse me. Jon Bon Jovi is now a respected father, team owner, still a singer. We're halfway there. But what a great thing to do. What a spectacular human being he's become. To be in such a position where he's on a bridge from out of nowhere in Nashville shooting a video for his great new song. And he sees a jumper and he rescues the jumper. It's fucking amazing. It's a good deal. So this is my website. Marcus, this is the morning report. It used to be Marcus in the morning. I fucking keep renaming it. Call it whatever I want, really. But this is educational, philosophical. We're just trying to stay alive here. We're just trying to stay alive as humans and explore this fascinating life that we have. Hare Krishna. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the great United States of America. It is Thursday on September 12th, and on Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m., Marcus Conte will be running his 5K race. 5K, 5 kilometers. For those of you who don't know the metric systems, about 3.1 mile of running full speed ahead, and I'm going to try to beat anybody who looks older than me. I'm going to fucking kneecap them, right? No, I'm going to heel clip them, right? I'm going to run behind them and then step on their heels so they fall and make it look like an accident. I'm sorry, right? Just jump over them and run, right? Because I want to win. I want that trophy, man. I want the trophy, right? I want the award for my hard work, right? I need something that says, confirms, like a little piece of metal with a guy running on it that says, yes, you have won this competition. I really don't run for the medal, but it is, you run because it feels amazing, right? It really does. It's an amazing, it's probably the world's greatest kept secret, that diet and exercise and water and sunlight and constant movement, not constant, not like when you're sitting here doing nothing, but constant uplifting activities like yoga and running are essential. There's no doubt about it. It's essential for your mental health, right? So that's pretty much what I'll be doing. I don't know. My time will probably be, Sedento says, the girl jumping off the bridge, she was living on a prayer. She was, man. She came damn close, right? What a fucking story, too, right? The angel, Bon Jovi. She's ready to die, right? And she's going to die. And then suddenly her fucking, her childhood dream boat appears, right? Jon Bon Jovi. Right? Who was more of a fucking sex boat, a love boat than Jon Bon Jovi when he was 20? Right, singing that shit, right, fucking, and I'm wanted, dead or alive. Hey, remember Bon Jovi? Bon Jovi got some ass and singing that shit, right? So my time for 5K, I would like. Look, when I was a kid, I ran it in like 6 minutes a mile, like 18, 19 minutes. And that's a long time ago. That was 40 years ago, right? Could I do it? I haven't run seriously, like, trying to time it or anything in quite a while. Last time I ran, it was like 29 minutes. I think I could probably come close to 8 minutes a mile. That's my target. 8 minutes, like that brings you in about 25 minutes. 8 minutes, it's not that fast, but it's also not that slow at 60 years old. So we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens, and report back on Monday. So here it is. Let's look. Here's Jon Bon Jovi saves woman from jumping off Nashville Bridge while filming music video in heart-wrenching clip. Let's watch the heart-wrenching clip. So here's Bon Jovi. It's moving, and the woman is like grabbing. She has a bag in her hand. She just it was her whatever she was wearing. There's a lot of people watching, filming, and there's some other woman who that's actually a fucking mistake. Why are you grabbing at the woman? Right? She's grabbing at the woman, right? And they're talking. There's a little rub on the back, a little tug and pull. Bon Jovi talking. She's talking. I don't know who she is. Maybe it's some handler. And there she is. She decides, all right, I'll live. It's Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi saying, come on, baby. Come on back, and we're going to go to the bar. And we're going to get some drinks. And we're going to play some rock and roll. And life is good. We can get you some front row tickets. And now he's like, listen, I'm Bon Jovi, motherfucker, and I just saved your life. What a wonderful story. What a wonderful deed. Jon Bon Jovi. It almost chokes you up. Like a hug. There's a long hug. spectacular. Spectacular. Jon Bon Jovi saves the day, right? And now they're taking pictures, I bet. But we don't know who the woman is. They didn't show her face. Oh,
if
no,
you're
please.
Looking for the
I'm not. Jon Bon Jovi helped stop a woman from jumping off a Nashville bridge on Wednesday, likely saving her life. The legendary rocker encountered the woman around 6 p.m. local time as he was filming a music video for his song People's House on the, here we go, John Sagenthaler pedestrian bridge. It's a pedestrian bridge. Didn't we just see a car fizz by? Oh, so it's a pedestrian bridge. There's no cars. In surveillance video, Living on a Prayer singer seen approaching woman. We saw that, right? We saw, what else can we learn here? Bon Jovi, fellow Good Samaritan. So she was a fellow Good Samaritan, pulled woman off rail. The bridge was completely open to public. As you notice, there's no emergency, jerk-offs standing around making the scene even more agitated, like sticking putting a net under her. Yeah, put a net under her in case she jumps, in case we accidentally grab her and she falls, she'll bounce back up. None of that shit happened with this case. There he is, the very distinguished, very refined Jon Bon Jovi, aging well. So he saved the day. Here he is in his bar. Aerial shot of Jon Bon Jovi. Jon Bon Jovi singing. Sounds like karaoke. But there he is. He's also slinging drinks. There he is. Yeah, baby. No. There's a Van Halen song playing. We got to shut that off. So there's Jon Bon Jovi at his bar. There's Van Halen screaming in the background. I wonder if the saved woman is there. I wonder if she's there. I'm sure she's got fucking open bar. Right? But I'm an alcoholic, John. That's why I was going to jump. I was all right, baby. Just drink a fucking have a beer, man. Forget about your fucking troubles, bitch. So anyway, so how are we doing? We still live? Yeah, I guess we are. Got to check, right? So I've always said that the politicians play on the same team, and here's your evidence. Yesterday was 9/11. I forgot to mention it yesterday, but here they are. This is actually funny because this is Trump. J.D. Vance, that's the short guy between the two presidents is Michael Bloomberg. There's Joe Biden, fucking looks like he's frozen. Kamala Harris, that's Chuck Schumer. And to her right, I don't know who the woman is. Maybe it's Gillibrand. It could be Gillibrand, an aging Gillibrand. I don't know who that is. But you always knew that they played on the same team. And here they are, all the day before Trump, and Trump was crucifying Biden on the cross and rubbing Kamala Harris's face in the mud. And there they are, lined up. It's like as if, because they all work for the same people, right? But listen to some of the heckling. Who do you think was the celebrity? Who do you think was the most popular on the stage in New York, 9/11 monument? Right, 9/11, 25 years ago, right? Get fucking cheer up already, right? It's 25 years ago, right? Where a bunch of psychopaths knocked down the buildings. It's over, right? Now it's time to be. It's okay to smile at the 9/11 ceremony, but who do you think was the rock star? Guess what? It was Trump. Listen to the talk. They're screaming Donald. Listen. Look at Joe Biden while you're, if you can. Kamala Harris with her fake locked smile. Secret Service up the ass. Both of Trump's kids behind him. They are right at the monument. It looks like they're in an enclosure. It's surrounded by Secret Service. The woman says, "We need you." Trump. Yeah, Trump won. I told you they work on the same team. Look at Joe Biden. He's frozen. Joe Biden is a fucking walking. He's a walking stiff. He's got a earpiece. Okay, Joe, raise your hand to show everybody that you're alive. He never looks at Trump. He never looks over. Talking to Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg was he's a real New Yorker, former mayor for 12 years. Pretty much a, financial genius. He tried to run for president, but he's got the J word in his name. It's too much of a J for America to bend. Look at Joe Biden. He's frozen. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold my hands. My hands are together. What is that, Trump next to me? Get rid of that piece of shit. Why am I standing next to this motherfucker? Hey, that's what's going through his head. You fucking Trump. I can't believe he's on the fucking way. Get him out of here. Who let him in? Trump is trying to look sincere. He never looks at Trump. They never look at each other. They never cross eyes. Trump's smart to put the pressure on him, really. Well, at least Trump knows he's safe because no one's going to shoot at Biden while, no one's going to shoot at Trump while Biden's standing next to him. So it's a pretty safe bet. When he says a shit show, it's another shit show. They all work for the same people. There they are. They're literally a block away from Wall Street. 9/11 Monument, it's Trinity, then you cross over Broadway and you're right on Wall Street, the historic Wall Street. That looks like Letitia James. Holy smokes. Behind Trump is Letitia James. Look at this. The criminal lady that prosecuted in New York is right behind him. The AG of New York. And Biden definitely looks like he needs a nap. So that's what's happening down on 9/11. Same team. They all working on the same team. Highly anticipated. So that Harris-Trump fucking debate. 67 million viewers. Wow, that's a lot. I don't think it was the highest one. I think the one 67 million viewers total. That wasn't the most of any, right? Because Biden Trump had 73 million viewers. So more people watched Biden Trump, 73 million, versus Harris Trump with 67 million. It's a lot of people. That's a lot of millions. There's millions. There's the uncomfortable handshake. So that was the big one. The big one was 81 million when Trump ran against Biden the last time. 81 million people in 2020. So a lot of people watched Kamala Harris on that stage. And is it moving the polls? That's the most important thing. Is the honeymoon over, or have people already made up their mind and they're right in the fucking middle, right? You know how wide open this election is to cheating when even the polls, you can't decipher who's ahead in the poll. Now, if one of them was slaughtering the other, then you would say, okay, well, then they probably won. But in this case, if the aggregate polls, the polls of various polls put together, if you look at them, and it's all pointing to a tie, man, what an opportunity to cheat. With this, this early voting by mail, you don't know. You just don't know. You don't know where the ballots are going. If you're in a Democratic bloc place, the poll workers are incentivized to cheat. Right? They're given a free pass, really, and the same for Republican blocs where cheating, right? Everybody does it. They all do it. Right? We know they do it because they have power. Right? The people who have power are the people who count the votes for themselves and or their comrades. Right? So, but nonetheless, people are definitely watching. And Taylor Swift, we're going to look at the polls in a second. How is it still a tie with Kamala Harris allegedly winning the debate? And the great, beautiful cat lady, Taylor Swift, who I think is a singer and has won 30 Grammys, and I couldn't really tell you one single fucking song that she ever played. I really don't know. I mean, I think of myself as a music trivia guy, like I listen to the radio, and if it's like classic rock and the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, historical music, even the OOs and some recent music, I can almost name everybody. Right? I listen. I don't like them, but I know what Beyonce sounds like. I know her voice. I know Lady Gaga's voice. But to Taylor Swift, I really fucking couldn't tell you, She's no Britney Spears. But she does have millions of people. And she went full throat for Harris Walls. And here's the polls. Ding, ding, ding. Here's the polls. Here's the polls. So we do have polls Wednesday, September 11th. That was yesterday. Multi-candidate, when everybody is considered, I don't know who Oliver is, West Stein, Kennedy, it's a fucking tie, according to The Economist, British garbage. No, the Economist gets it right sometimes. They've got Wisconsin up by 4. This is Marquette. That doesn't matter, though. The state by state, we already know probably Wisconsin will go. Wisconsin will probably go blue because of the proximity of the other guy, fucking Walz, right? Tim Walz. Tuesday, national poll: Trump versus Harris. NPR, PBS. They got Harris by 1. In Virginia, Harris by 8. I doubt that. That's the Washington Post. All right, these are fake. Washington Post, just skate over that. On Monday, this is the day before the debate and the day before Taylor Swift endorses. It's a dead fucking tie, right? Pew, Harvard, tie, and tie. All right, this is really tight. This is a really tight race here. Who else? Sunday, as of Sunday, New York Times had Trump up by 1, multi-candidate Trump by 2, and they had a dead tie in Pennsylvania. This, my friends, is a tie fucking ball game. Right? What happened to the video? Give me the video. Tie. It's all tie. Oh, let's look at the markets. Yahoo. Look at the markets, and then we'll look at Elon Musk's fascination trip into space. His S&P 500 up 4. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 7. NASDAQ up 35. Trump stock down 4. Another 4%. Oh my God, the $16. I'm telling you, the odds on this are, if you looked at Trump Media Technology, DJT, it's a good indicator of the way money is looking at this election. And it does look like Trump has been getting bushwhacked over the last few months, or the last few days, really, few weeks in the stock. Stock's down $16. It was as high as 70. I think it was as low as 12. So we're scraping the bottom right now, unless Trump gets a game changer. So that is an indication. It's an election indicator, JDT, down 70 cents. That would indicate that the street thinks Kamala Harris is winning, right, with her opportunity economy. It's an opportunity for everyone to have stuff, right? And joy. See how joyful we are? We all smile. We look in the mirror. That's what Kamala Harris does. Kamala Harris practices some of her acting practices that she has to look in the mirror and hold a smile for 5 minutes without breaking. She talks with her smile. This is how she practices. She smiles. She smiles. Oh, hi. How you doing? The eyes widen a little bit. If you're smiling, oh, hi. How you doing? All right. This is Kamala Harris practice session. Hi. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, you. And points. You point. Oh, then hold that smile. It's not 5 minutes yet, Kamala. Hi, it's Kamala Harris. It's fucking Kamala Harris practice session. Oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, it's good to see you and you and you. Oh, I love you. I love you, Joe. I love you. I love you, Joe. See my sticker? Trump team? Trump team. Look at that shit. I got that at the rally. So Kamala Harris, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, space. Right? So this live feed, I guess, farted out on me. Let's see what we got here. So stand by for live video. What do we got? So the live video's over, but this is what it looks like. There's a bunch of people talking and pedestrians. Let me read you the story so we know what we're talking about here. So I know what I'm talking about. So 4 private citizens orbiting Earth in a SpaceX capsule are attempting to make history by completing the world's first all-civilian spacewalk. All right. Another great step for mankind. Billionaire entrepreneur Jared Isaacman, I thought I said Ackerman before, Isaacman, also on the J team. Retired Air Force Lieutenant Scott Pothead, I wonder if he's bringing his pot with him. Ex-SpaceX engineer Sarah Gills and Anna Menon. Right, those are the 4. The name of the flight is Polaris Dawn mission, which launched Tuesday to begin a 5-day flight. That's no joke, man. The capsule is not pressurized. Which means, I guess, my uneducated guess is that if you're in an unpressurized capsule for 5 days, you live in that suit for 5 days. You don't take the suit off, which means you eat in that suit, you piss in that suit, you crap in that suit, you walk around and exercise in that suit. Wherever you go, you're in the suit. Now, that better be a mighty fine suit for you to last 5 days if you're a civilian and you don't know how to handle that kind of tension like an astronaut. Right? They put astronauts in, they drop them into fucking freezing and or boiling water to see how they react. And if they jump out, they're not an astronaut. Shit like that. So how can you live? These 4 people apparently are living in a uniform inside the suit that Elon Musk, the life support suit, for 4 days, 5 days. Specially designed spacesuits. They're 870 miles above the surface. Right? That's fascinating, right? 870 miles above the surface. What else?
To the professionalism for Jared, for Sarah, for the whole crew, really. Like that's got to be. This is something they've been training for years.
So they're looking at screens. How come they didn't give them a window, right? For fucking all that money? So is this fascinating? I don't know. Is this something that we care about? Here's this clown getting out of the spacecraft. Now this guy paid the guy that I just mentioned. What's his name? The J. What's his name? Isaacman. Jared Isaacman. This is Jared Isaacman. He poked his head out. Here he is.
We see it.
I'm going to get out. I'm going to go out there.
Looks pretty good.
I'm going to go out and do it.
Now emerging from...
U.S. Test Matrix 1, watching from the nose cone.
Now, right there, look at his image. Look at these images Elon Musk is pumping out. 870 miles above the planet. This is Mr. J poking out. He paid $1 billion to be up there, and he's in his uniform, shitting in his pants. You know, it is. I got to hand it to Elon Musk. The costumes are not that exaggerated, right? Look at him. He's pumping his arms. He looks like he's wearing like a motorcycle fucking gear, right? He looks like he's in he's ready to jump on his Harley, right, and go 100 miles an hour. But meanwhile, he's out. I hope he's tied in, right? But there he is, civilian, up in space. He had the money to do it. He's 5 days in space, and he's loving it, right? He's having a good time, I guess, right? Vinny says poop suits matter. What else is there, right? If the cabinet is not pressurized, and you say, "Oh well, I'll just go to the bathroom and open up a trap and poop out my suit." No, you can't do that. You can't open the suit because then the whole suit it's a vacuum. You get fucking sucked in, right, or something. Something bad happens to you in space if you're not in a human pressurized suit, or you're not capable of handling that kind of pressure, which I don't think humans can handle it. Right? That's why you have life support. But here they are. This is the great leap forward for mankind. We are conducting spacewalks because I guess it's interesting and it's something that people want to do. This guy's got all the money in the world, and you think, well, the last place he wants to be is, possibly trapped in a fucking suit for 5 days. They lost the other guy, right, at the International Space Center. That guy's stuck up there, right? The astronaut is stuck at the Space Center in space with nobody, right? His pod that takes him home is broken, right? But meanwhile, civilians are wandering around. C. Dento says, Marcus, how many Teslas do you have in your garage? I don't have any. I have none. I think Tesla is a high-end product right now. I think anybody who's ever driven in a Tesla car that I've ever heard, I think I watched a few interviews of people who own them. Even Joe Rogan has one. And he says the car is fucking amazing. It's like the acceleration is spotless, and it's fast, and it's stealth. It's quiet. It just goes vroom, and just zoom. So it's a good car, but it's overpriced. And right, how are you going to charge the thing? You got to look around. There's no gas. You got to look around for a charging station. You can only drive where there's charging station. It has its deficits. However, it's a great fucking vehicle that works. All we got to do is find out how to get that shit going. Right? So what else we got? There's another video.
Yeah, through that time.
That's actually one of the reasons that the visors.
So here they are, elbow to elbow. This is before he pops his head out, I guess. They're four clowns, no window. What a boring fucking 5 days. Where's my window? I paid for a window seat. How come I'm stuck in the aisle? I'm in the middle. I don't want to be in the middle. I paid for this shit. Where's the rich guy? I bet the rich guy's has got a window seat. The rich guy who paid for it all's got the window seat. They have one staff member. One of them is not a civilian. Right? One of them, we read it off. The Sarah Gill's person. Who is this guy? Who's this clown? There we go. SpaceX, Polaris, Dawn, Spacewalk. Yep. So this is what you get. This is all of it. It does look like an exaggerated, rather tight plane. It looks like maybe you can lay down. It seems, at least the guy's scrubbing his balls. The thing about it is that you can lay down. You're not stuck in a chair. I bet the chair goes flat and you can sleep. Right? Because without that, you'd be screwed. Right? Sitting in a chair for 5 days, you go out of your mind without sleeping. So it looks like it's bearable, but there again, I don't know if there's another room. Is there another room, or that's it, right? Just the hatch, the door. This guy's got his arm. There's a foot in the window. This guy's stretching. I'm stretching. So fascinating or not, that's where we are right now. We're in space, and You know what I mean? How's the market doing? One more time. Take one last look at the market. Ding dong, doom dang. Looks like it's level. Trump stock creeping up a little bit to it's down 3.5%. That's awful, man. What's going on, Trump? You better open your trap, Mike, Mr. Donald, and stop shaking hands. Right? Everybody. That was very revealing at the 9/11 monument yesterday, where Biden, Trump, J.D. Vance, Harris, Gillibrand, right? They're all hanging out, smoking shit together, right? And Joe Biden is kind of there, half there, and what all he's got is a squinty lemon face when he looks at Trump. Trump knocked him out. Right? They're all playing on the same freaking team. Right? We have this illusion that these players are separate from government. Right? They're running to bring us more of everything and rail against government. But you see that they are government. When you join government, you become government. Right? They're paying you. Right? You join the team. And if you don't believe that, the greatest example, there's so many great examples, but one of the most visual examples in modern history of someone running on a quote progressive for the people platform and winning and then totally changing and sucking up to Nancy Pelosi is AOC, right? Alessandra Ocasio-Cortez was the extreme left, and now she shuts up, right? She takes the money and does what she's told. We have to vote for this. Now it occurs to her, we have to vote Democrat because if we don't, then the Republicans are going to get everything. Right? That's how you become. Right? Where's the money for us? Right? The money for you is in voting along what Nancy Pelosi tells you to vote for, and that's precisely what happens in politics. That they fall in line, right? And but there is this fantasy that maybe just this time, maybe Kamala Harris is going to break away from government and she's going to be for the people. She's going to close the border and she's going to end the climate change crises and she's going to get rid of all the immigrants and everything is going to be fantastic and opportunity is going to hit everyone and we're going to be so joyful because of Camilla. People believe it. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you ready to head out from one of my last runs right now. And drinking a lot of water, running, a lot of yoga too, a lot of bending, a lot of stretching, a lot of standing on my head, right? You gotta literally, when you run, after you run, and before you run, you gotta shake the stress out of your body. And if you don't know what stress in your body feels like, do yoga for 10 minutes and you'll find out. Right? It locks everywhere. Right? And then 10 minutes later, it's almost like you poured it out of your body. It's not there anymore. Only to come back again later. Right? So you keep doing it. You got to keep the body moving, right? Before, during, after, right? And then maybe, so I really, I can't say enough about that part of my experience as a human, which is the exercise part of it, and how it ties into meditation, and how it's not really separate at all. It's been a fascinating trip. So Saturday, I'm going to go balls to the wall, right? Balls to the wall, and I'm going to be out there running fast and tripping old men. And trying to win that trophy. Marcus Conte reporting.